Sports-A-Delics, what is up? That damn Aaron Rodgers, he did it. He's now tied with Brett Favre, the most touchdowns in franchise history. And guess what? He gets to break the record on Christmas Day. Come on over here in the studio. What's up, Sports-A-Delics? I am Reem. That's Lil Reem. Welcome to my subscribers. And as always, welcome to Sports-A-Delic, my new subscribers. Hey, that was a good game. Greenbay, the Ravens. And you gotta love the coach. You gotta love Harbaugh. Hey, he went for the win. Went for the 2-point conversion. They didn't get it. They end up losing, what was it, 31-30. But they went for it. Did what they had to do. Chances are, now Huntley played great. Chances are, if Lamar Jackson, had played, they might have pulled it off. Don't really know what's going on with the Ravens. They started out strong, 8-3. They're now 8-6. They went from definitely looking like a playoff team to they may not make the playoffs. It's just a long, grueling season. And that in spite of the injuries, I think the Ravens really have come a long way. Because if you remember, they started out the season with no running backs. I mean, they pulling cats, off the couch, off the practice squad, over here from the local high schools in Atlanta, wherever they can get some cats, they were dragging them in. But they may get things back on track. Just a quick recap of the games, today. The Bengals, they holding strong in the AFC North with that number 1 seed. They kind of beat up on the Broncos. And speaking of beat up on, now the 49ers, you were wrong for doing that to the Falcons and Matt Ryan. I really thought that the 49ers were going to end up doing the Falcons a big favor and just sadly hurting Matt Ryan for the rest of the season. I'm talking about one of those injuries where it's career threatening and maybe he would just hang it up. Now, that's not really how Matt Ryan would want to go out. That is not how I would want anybody to go out. But the game today, it really looked like the 49ers were certainly trying to take him out that way. And the 49ers is holding in there strong because, it's a battle with Washington and the 49ers for that last wild card spot, in the NFC. The game has been postponed till, tomorrow. Tuesday, as far as Washington game. And Washington, we're going to be playing Philly. It's a must-win for both sides to, be in the hunt and stay in the hunt. And the Rams, I think, going up against the Seahawks on Tuesday as well. And I think that's a must-win for the Rams because they're going to have to keep pace, with the Cardinals. The Cardinals are going through a straight-up debacle. They had an opportunity to go ahead and clinch the number 1 seed in their division, and it just didn't happen. And then they were mollywopped by the Detroit Lions, bringing in their 2nd win of the season. Now, Arizona definitely has a key injury with my main man. Yes, he's a Clemson guy. DeAndre Hopkins. He has a slight tear in his MCL. They're saying he may be able to get back from that for the playoffs, and they better hope so. Because the team that I seen today, if that's what it is, then Arizona has just teased us, this season. Now, I don't know what the hell is going on in this Saints-Tampa Bay game. Right now, the Saints are shutting out Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in the 4th quarter. It's only like 7.5 minutes to go, and it's 9-0, and Brady looks like a shell of himself. Now, Injuries is part of the game. But, man, both receivers went out. Then Fournette went out. So, I mean, there you have it. Godwin, it looked like he might have really torn up his knee. They're just struggling. He doesn't have a lot to go to on offense right now. But it is Tom goddamn Brady. So in 7 minutes, this guy could somehow will his team to end up winning 10-9 or something. We're talking about Tom Brady. And we've seen what he did to the Falcons. So it's possible with this guy. But Cameron Jordan has been in Brady's grill the entire game. I really don't see it happening. I think this is going to just go down as a shocker. And Tampa Bay is just going to have to take the L. But they're sitting pretty snug, in their division. I don't know between the Carolina, the Saints, and the Falcons that they're being threatened or really challenged. So they'll still be okay with this loss, I think. Now, tomorrow, let's tune in tomorrow to these football games. Starting at 5, you got the Raiders going up against the Browns. It's a must-win game for the Browns. They're going to have to keep pace with the Ravens to have a chance of getting in the playoffs. Baker Mayfield currently is still out COVID protocols. He went to Twitter because he's all upset because he's asymptomatic. He says that the NFL, need to get their shit together with these protocols, and he just don't understand what's going on. But he's hoping to be cleared for the game. But we're talking about Baker Mayfield. He said he don't know if this is about safety and health at this point. But again, we'll keep our eyes peeled out to see ultimately if he's going to get cleared. He must play. And, the Raiders have been up and down all season. If you didn't check out my video, I had some born Raven fans, Raider fans, and they said the conspiracy is out there. They have to always play against the referees and the other team's defense. So I don't know what's going to happen in their game. We'll see. And then at 8:15, you got the Vikings going up against the Bears. The Bears kind of playing spoiler. Justin Fields looked good his last game. And we'll see. But those are your Monday games. Now, if you remember, the Browns game had to be postponed because, the Browns were up to like 10 or 12 players with COVID, which is also why the Washington had to also be postponed because we were in the worst situation. All of the quarterbacks are in COVID protocol. It was just bad. We couldn't go. And these guys have been vaccinated. And so with the NFL rules, it's about being vaccinated. Now, if they were unvaccinated, then you either have to just take that L and take the field with whatever it is that you have. So I'm glad that we, at least vaccinated from that standpoint. Now, again, we're at the 5-minute mark. Tampa Bay down 9-0. They're getting ready to get the ball back. I'm going to see what's happening. If that game concludes before I conclude, then I'll let you know what's up. I'm going in tonight for one of my special subscribers, Cal. This is The Inch, by my main man, CP Carilla. EPC. And let me light this bad boy up. What's the deal? Hold on here. I'm having a little malfunction. I'll get back to that. Let me talk about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is that dude. Immunized all the way into the record books. 442 touchdowns. They play on Christmas Day, where he'll be set to break Brett Favre's record. And you know he's very competitive. What the hell? Richard, what? Okay, let me apologize. I normally don't have this happen. I'm starting to get pissed off here, a little frustrated. You know, but I'm an athlete. Never let them see you sweat. But what the hell is going on? Okay, look. Thanks for tuning in. Go Aaron Rodgers, because I'm a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I just like the way that he plays the game. Now, let me not forget, because you know I have some Dallas friends. Dallas took care of business today against the Giants. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it was 21-6. They should have blown them up. They should have blown them out." Dak says that the offense is not in a slump. This damn lighter is in a slump. Bless his little heart. Dak says that he's not in a slump. The offense isn't in a slump. He said they're just not playing like they were, and they need to work just on execution. That's a slump. So would somebody jump on his Twitter or something and let him know that that's what a slump is? That's just like me as a basketball player. I went through a 2 or 3 game stretch where I just couldn't find the basket. I'm shooting like 3 for 10, 2 for 8, and I was in a slump. But according to Dak, I guess I should have said, because I actually was interviewed in college. They were asking me, because normally I would light it up, and they were asking me about the slump. And if I had known that I really wasn't in a slump, according to Ridiculous, I would have said, I'm not in a slump. I'm just not making shots like I used to. I mean, that's, by all accounts, a slump. But, you know, but I understand Dak as a leader. You got to say all the right things or whatever. My advice to you, Dak, and this is just coming from an athlete that's played at every level in my sport, if you own it and you claim it and you acknowledge what it is, you can get out of it quicker. Just my advice. But who the hell am I? But let me tell you, thank you for tuning in. As always, be good to yourself and everyone else. I got something I got to deal with, you know, right now. I had never had this happen, and man, this was going to be good. The inch. And as you can see, this is more than an inch. You all have a good night.